You love sharing your food with your family and friends, and now you're going to be able to share your recipes with people all over the world with your own food blog. Don't freak out. It's not high tech. It's not difficult. I'm going to walk you through step by step how to start your own food blog. My name's Chef Pablo, and I've been doing this for years and years. In fact, today, 60, 80, 100,000 people a month visit chefpablos.com, and I'm honored. I'm so grateful when I get responses from people, whether it's a comment on the blog or an email. Man, I made this recipe for my family, and they loved it. They couldn't believe that this came out of my kitchen. Things like that, and it just makes you feel good because, people have been struggling. They want to please their loved ones and their friends, and they finally get to do that, thanks to some tips and some advice and some instructions that I share at chefpablos.com. Now, I'm going to walk you through this step by step. It's easy, probably just a few steps. I don't want to make it sound like it's a long process. About 15 minutes, and you'll be done with setting up your food blog. You'll have your own web address, so it'll be www.yourfoodblog.com, whatever that's going to be. It'll also be laid out with pictures and with a nice recipe format. It's just the beginning. It's just the first step on this journey for you as you start sharing the foods that you love. But it's an important step. In fact, a lot of people never take this step because they're intimidated by it. Watch all of this video, okay? And you'll see how easy it is. In fact, I'm going to leave in any mistakes that I make, and you'll be able to see that it's not that big a deal. You can recover from them. There's always somebody you can call. So let's get started with this. I do want to give you a few things so you'll understand. I wrote up a little recipe real quick first so that I could just cut and paste it in there. I also did a couple of graphics. Now, I give the details on what size you should make those graphics down below. Don't let that freak you out. I can help you with that as well. There's free resources. There's things that you can use that will trim up a picture. It's just easier than you think. Please, my hope is that you're not intimidated by this. All right. We're also going to use something called Wordpress. It's a free piece of software. If you use the link that I've got, chefpablos.com/Bluehost, it's one-click installation. And the reason we use Bluehost is, well, one, Fortune 500 companies are using this software. It's scalable from whatever size you want. You can start with something really small, and that's what we're going to start with, and you can build it as big and extravagant as you want. The other thing with WordPress is Google loves it. Google loves the way WordPress is updated, so that means more people will find you because everybody goes to look for recipes on Google. All right, and it looks fantastic. So I'm going to turn it over to get over to the computer here. I want you to go to chefpablos.com/Bluehost. That's the starting point for this, okay? And then we're going to walk through this. Please don't be intimidated. Please message me below if you have a question, if something intimidates you. Watch the video and ask me the question. Send me an email, whatever you need to do. I want you to follow your dreams on this, and it's going to be fun, and you're going to enjoy it. You're going to learn so much, and you're going to be creating something that so many people are going to be benefiting from. So let's turn on over to the computer and get started. All right, follow me this way. Now, keep in mind, I haven't done this in a very long time, years, in fact. So I'm going to go through it. You'll see the glitches I have, anything that I stumble over. I'm going to just leave it all out there. I assume you would have the same issues, so hopefully this helps out. I don't anticipate any, but I wanted to make sure you knew that this isn't done for perfection. This is done to teach you how to set up your food blog very quickly. So I'm on chefpablos.com. I'm going to type in chefpablos.com/Bluehost. And again, I've used Bluehost for 10 plus years and very satisfied with what they provide. Over here, I'm going to click on sign up. You'll see the pricing information on the next page. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, domain name. I have one in mind already. Hopefully you've thought of one. I'm going to use startmyfoodblog.com because that's what I'm going to help you do, startyourfoodblog.com. Click next. I'd stick with .com, by the way, while this thing checks to see if that's available. .coms are the way to go. I would not use a .net unless you absolutely had to do it, but that would be a very rare situation. All right, keep going. Domain name requested is available, so I'm going to use that. Now, in this area here, I'm going to put in my information. Keep in mind, I'm going to blur this out because I know you're normal, but the next person who watches this video might want to pay me a visit in the middle of the night, and so my family's not so cool with that. So I'm just going to blur that out. I loaded all the information. Looks like it's all right. We're going to scroll down here. These are some other options you can use at some point, but right now you do not need to do this. Okay, we'll stick with the price point down here. You can see for 36 months, it's $4.95 a month. You can, and this is at the time that I'm recording this, which is July 14th, 2013. So if you're watching this in the future, it may have gone up or down. So here we go. I'm going to go with the lowest entry point. So the reason I say that, even though $6.95 a month is more, you do pay this all up front. So if you do $4.95 for 3 years, you will pay all 3 years up front. So $6.95 a month. I'm not going to use this, or this. You might want to, but at this point, you don't need to. You can always go back and add it later. All right? And then, of course, my billing information is here, and that should be blurred out, hopefully, as well. I hope, if you can see that, look away, because I don't want you to see, because, well, there's not much in there anyway. You'll be all right. All right, clicking next. Let's see what happens. And waiting for Bluehost, and oh, here we go. Migration services. I don't need that unless you're moving your site from another host. You don't need to worry about that. Quick start coaching session. Hopefully, I'm going to give you that, and it's not going to cost you $29.95. See, you're already saving money. Additional domain names. We don't need to worry about those. Site Backup Pro. Again, you can add that later. Dedicated IP. Not needed. All of these items not needed. Just go ahead and breeze right through them and click complete. All right, here we go. Now I need to choose a password. Purchase successful, confirmation email sent to me. Choose your password for your account. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Let's see what happens. My password. Hopefully this, there you go. It's still weak. Still weak. Better? Okay. I think that's okay. I'm going to go with that. How about this? I think that works. And let's see. startmyfoodblog.com. Log in with my password I just selected. Write that down. I use something called LastPass to memorize my passwords. And so you should do something like that as well. So let's log in, make sure I got it right. All right, here's the new tools. I'm not going to need to watch that video. What I need to do is I need to go directly to my cPanel. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm waiting for it to be updated. Okay, so here's what I did. I called to verify my account, and I gave them the information. It took me about a couple minutes. I had some extra questions. I verified my account, just verified my phone number, my email address, domain name, and the credit card information. That's a safety procedure they do just for you and for them, I imagine, as well. And I was told that the server is being built at that time, so they do have to do some things to configure the server so it's not instantaneous. So if you get that screen like I got, just wait a little bit. You might as well use that time to verify your account by calling the phone number. And then in that time now, I've seen some emails pop up showing that it is all set up. So I'm going to click back on home just to get us back here. Okay, so now from home, I can click either down here on Go to cPanel, or I can click up here on Go to cPanel. So let's try that. Go to cPanel, logging in, and this is the page that I was looking for. So welcome to Bluehost. You can keep this if you want to get rid of it. I don't need it. You might want to leave it there, but just for this purpose, we can click that. Website builder right here. This is what we're going to do. Click on WordPress. Just give it a minute to load up. A lot happens in the background when you do all this stuff. It doesn't just pop in. So real easy. Click on Start a brand new installation. Let's check our domain name. It's checking it. Here's what it's going to do. It's going to tell me, oh, there's something already there at that domain name. That's okay. Oops, looks like something already exists there. I understand that. Continuing will overwrite the files. That is okay. I read the terms and conditions. We're going to do this first. Let's change these fields. I'm going to go to Start My Food Blog. And the username, I'm going to make it something There you go. Password, I'm going to blur this out. Sorry, no offense. And the email address I'm going to leave. Create a new database. That is very important. Yes, do that. And now I've read the terms and conditions. We're going to install it now. So here we go. Status removing files. What happens is Bluehost puts some files in there just to cover, to make sure that there's something there if somebody visits that page. And then WordPress will remove those and they will put in their own files. Everything will work fine. Don't worry. I know it looks like a lot's happening, and it is. You're building a website. Let that run its course. And one of the things while this is happening, I want to just let you know, WordPress is used by so many companies, big Fortune 500 companies, and it is a fabulous tool that you can do as much or as little as you want with it, okay? All right, so you can see an email popped up saying I got my WordPress site started up. Status, it was successful. Here's the WordPress site. I'm going to open this in a new tab, and let's see what it looks like. Here you go. This is the basic WordPress page. You can see it's got my information already up there. Just another WordPress site. That's the default information. And here's the default initial post. We're going to go ahead and go in and change all that. All right. Here's how you log into your site. Click on this right here. All right. So, Chef Pablo, one word. And the password we're going to put in, I'm going to have it remember me. Just makes it easier. All right, now we're in, okay? So we're going to customize our site. And this is so easy. I'm going to change the theme because I want to make sure I'm using a little bit easier theme. So it's using 2012. I'm going to go ahead and use 2011, a little bigger picture. Okay, we're going to activate this one, 2011, and we're going to customize it. Ready? This is easier than you think. Okay, the site title and tag. Here's where we can change this right here. Okay, we'll leave start my food blog there, and we're going to change this to step-by-step guide to starting your food blog. All right, that's done. We're going to change next our header image. Okay, that's the default image. I'm going to add in my own. All right, that's not where you can change that. So we'll go ahead and save this information. Close my last pass. Save and publish. Okay, it's saved. Now I'm going to close this, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to my header. Okay. And then from here, this is where you can change your image from your computer. So I got a graphic that I already created, 1,000 pixels by 288 pixels. So let's go ahead and grab that from my desktop. All right, and we'll upload it. There you go, a little bit of sushi. I love sushi. So we're going to skip cropping, and we're going to publish it as is. So that's our new header, and it's now available to us to use. So we can go back and look at our website. So let's go here. We're going to press refresh, and there you go. You can see start my food blog, step-by-step guide to starting your food blog. Here's my header, and here are my pages. So let's go ahead now. And let's add in our first post, okay? We're going to add a new post. We're going to put in the title of your post here. I'm going to put in a recipe. It is Olive Garden minestrone soup recipe. And I always put the word recipe in there because people tend to search for the recipes. If that just clarifies it and makes it a little bit better for the search engine. So just put in a little something here. You might want to put a little bit more about it on there, but that's the way you do it. Now, here's what you can do. You can either just type in your recipe here, or there's a better option. I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? So let's save this as a draft, okay? We're going to go over here to this tab called Plugins, and we're going to add a new plugin, okay? So click on Plugins, and you're going to go to Add a New, okay? And we're going to search for Easy Recipe. Real easy. That's my favorite, and it's free, and I'm going to install it now. It has pretty good reviews. Would I like to install that? Yes, I would. And now I'm going to activate it. You also have to activate the plugin, okay? So there we go. Now it should show up as one of my plugins. So a little pop-up note about it. And we're going to go back to our posts, look at all posts. Here's my Olive Garden one. We can actually delete this one. That's that default one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and trash it. All right. Now this one we're going to edit. We saved it as a draft, if you remember. There it is. Now, all of a sudden, you'll see up here this button. This is the Easy Recipe button. This is where you put in your information. Now, it already grabbed that from the title, okay? The author, I'm going to say it's me. It's probably somebody at Olive Garden, to be honest. Recipe type, it's a soup. Cuisine is Italian. No jokes about Olive Garden and Italian food, okay? I know some people don't think it's real Italian. All right, now here's where I've already got this typed up in a little note, okay? So I'm going to copy this part right here just to make it a little bit quicker for us. So let's copy. I'm going to paste that in here, all right? And then the ingredients, I'm going to take the ingredients just typed out, one per line. Use your standard way of writing ingredients, okay? I'm going to copy that. I'm going to post those in here. Okay, get rid of that last line. And then I'm going to go down here to instructions. These you type out, one set of instructions per line, real easy. Copy it. I'm going to paste it right in here. And again, make sure that, okay, there's not that last line. Prep time on this, I believe I had put in 30 minutes and then 45 minutes of cook time. So let's put that in 30. Just type 30 mins or whatever you want to write there. And then this was 45 mins. And say it serves 4 to 8, depending on how many people. So let's add that recipe. Look what happened here. This recipe is now in here nicely. Let's go ahead and publish this and see what we end up with. So we'll come back over here to start my food blog. Refresh this page. Olive Garden Minister. Look at how that's done now. Look at that. That's beautiful. You can see this. And you have this print button here where you can print it out. And it comes out. Look here, we might as well do it. Comes out a nice, clean, printable format. Has your domain name, your address for this right down here. Real easy to do. That's a nice add-in that makes it easier for people using your site. So, got it in there. You know what would make this better is a photo. So let's go ahead and add in a photo up here. I'm going to go ahead and add that in by pressing Add Media. Now, I'm going to upload a file, so I've got to select it. It's on my desktop already. Here's the Olive Garden Minestrone Soup. Open. Right there. I'm going to align it left. I'm going to link to nothing, because what that means is if somebody clicks on the photo, what do you want it to take them to? Sometimes if you're using a photo gallery and you want them to see the bigger image, you can do that. But for us, it's just aesthetics, and we don't need a link to anything. We're going to use full size. Okay, insert it into our post. Should pop up. There we go. Now you see where it's at? It's a little bit lower. I'm going to go ahead and, okay. You can see back there a little line. Do you see that little line moving? I'm going to move it right in front of that, and it should go there. All right, and it's not. So let's do this. I know I can get it to there. So there. Now we're going to delete this, bring that up, and we're going to add that H back in. There we go. Beat ya. All right, now let's update this, and then go back over here and update our page, and let's see what we got. Look at that. Now we've got that picture. Olive Garden Minestrone Soup recipe posted today. And we've got the picture. Got a little bit about it, okay? This got some You actually don't need this because you have some summary in here. But you can put more in here about things that you do to make it a little bit different, why you love it, or just a little something to personalize it, make it your own. You can add in more images if you want. You could add in step-by-step instructions, then at the bottom have the recipe here. So that's how you do that, and believe it or not, that's all there is to it. There's a lot of other things you can do with your WordPress site to make it look a little jazzier. One of the things you can do, add in categories. So let's create a category. Let's call it restaurant recipes. Okay, and we're going to add a new category. All right, there it is. Now, on this recipe, we don't need it to be uncategorized anymore, so we can click that off. And we're done with that. Tags, I like to put in some of the ingredients. So let's go on up here, scroll down, look at some of the main ingredients, okay? Well, obviously, zucchini is one of them, so let's type that in, zucchini. Okay, hit enter. All right, we're going to add in green beans. That's another one. Also going to add in celery, and add that in. There's all kinds of stuff. Let's put in the kidney beans too, because that's kind of a main ingredient. I wouldn't put in everything like salt or, I'd put in the things that make it unique and distinguishes it from the other recipes. If every recipe has salt in it, then you don't need to put that in as a tag. But that's what I like to use tags for. You can use it for something else. And now we'll update it again because we added in those tags. All right. And it's moving, and it'll be all done. Now let's go ahead and refresh this, and you'll see Start My Food Blog. Now you may want to create a graphic up here. I'll give you some details on how to do that, but I needed a picture to put in here. That's food related. Everything's in here. And now you've got this. You got your recent posts. It shows over here automatically. You've got categories. Look at that now. It's already showing restaurant recipes. You could have below that other categories, Italian recipes. You could have, grandma's recipes, whatever categories you want to create. There it is. It's all in there. Real easy to use. You can see your tags down here. Now, here's the beauty of this, real quick to show you. If I wanted to see all the recipes with zucchini in it, I click on that. It'll take me to an already formatted page. You can see this already formatted that's got other recipes. Now, this is the only one we've got, but it's got all the archives with anything that has zucchini in it, and that's very helpful to your viewers. You've also got the opportunity to click on the category, and you can see every recipe that you put in that category. So that's why I love WordPress. All right, real quick again, here's what you do: chefpablos.com/Bluehost. That'll get you the link, and I'll walk you through it. And I'm glad there were some glitches we had, because that lets you know that things aren't going bad for you. It happened for me as well, but it's easily resolved, and you can keep moving forward, and you can get your website up, your food blog done in no time flat. Again, chefpablos.com/Bluehost. That's your starting point, and then watch this video. You can go step by step and pause it where you need to. And always, I'm going to go ahead and just keep building on this, startmyfoodblog.com. So head on over. I don't know where I'm at right now. You're watching this. Could be a day later, or it could be 2 years later. I may have a ton of information. That's my goal. I want to make it a place where you can go to and find out how to make your food blog the best it can be, and how to get it out to others so they can see it and market it. Maybe it's something you want to make your full-time career. You can do that, and more than happy to help you out. And that's kind of my passion, is to help people do stuff like that. So there you go. That gets you started. Now from there, take it as far as you want. All right, I'm Chef Pablo. Thanks so much. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to my videos, because I'm gonna have more of these. Also, head over to startmyfoodblog.com, and you'll see where you can subscribe to my newsletter, so you can get all the updates as I add things that help make your food blog even better. So go out there, do it. You have no reason not to now. Thanks.